One of Canada's most notorious pedophiles is back in the news tonight. Gordon Stuckless was at the center of the Maple Leaf Gardens scandal, convicted of sexually assaulting 24 boys while he worked as an usher more than 30 years ago. As Mike Drolet reports, the police say more victims have now come forward.
His hand clenched over his mouth to shield his identity, infamous pedophile Gordon Stuckless once again found himself running from the media. This is what he looked like in February after he was arrested for assaulting 2 boys dating back to the 60s and 70s. Today, sex charges related to 5 new victims were added.
When speaking to these men, the commonality is that they want to hold Stuckless accountable for what had happened, and they want to see justice, and I feel that they're seeking a sense of closure going forward.
The 7 new victims only recently came forward. In 1997, Stuckless was convicted of assaulting 24 boys while working as an usher at Maple Leaf Gardens between the years 1969 and 1988. In a decision derided as far too light, he was sentenced to 2 years less a day in jail. Days later, one of his victims, Martin Cruz, committed suicide by jumping off a Toronto bridge.
He still gets released. Can you explain that?
One of the original 24 victims was at today's press conference, stunned that Stuckless was released so quickly.
That's horrendous. That's horrendous.
Now 51 years old, the man, who can't be identified because he was a minor when he was assaulted, took a long look at Stuckless's mugshot.
I have no message to Gordon Stuckless. There is no message. There is no message. I hoped 20 years ago, 15 years ago, that the system that told me they would represent me would send a message to Gordon Stuckless. And guess what? We're standing here today doing another press conference.
And police say it may not be over yet. Other alleged victims have come forward beyond Toronto's city limits. Mike Drolet, Global News, Toronto.